What is up, guys? This is the Volkswagen Tiguan R line. Today we're going to be talking about the exterior, interior, and we're going to have a bit of a drive with the car, and then I'm going to share my thoughts with you at the end of the day. This is NSR Auto Reviews, and this baby was brought to you by Volkswagen Auto Centurion. Alright guys, so starting off with the front, you've got Volkswagen's updated headlights over here, and this has the IQ lighting system as well. And guys, trust me when I say, first of all, it looks so good, it looks so aggressive, but when it comes to visibility at night, the system is flawless. It's got 24 LEDs in total, but it's amazing. It's like constantly having high beams on, but not having to worry about the people in front of you or the people coming towards you, because ultimately what this car does, it bends the lights around the cars, and it even masks signs for you, because sometimes if you've got your brights on and you're looking at the signs, it gets a bit glary and then you can't see it. So what's nice about this, it kind of masks around the sign so that you can read it clearly, and does the exact same thing for the car. So it's a brilliant system. Looking at the updates, you've got a very nice R badge over here, which is very proud. And this does have the R-Line black package, which looks absolutely phenomenal, because now everything's blacked out. The grille is blacked out, the front bumper is blacked out over here. You've got blacked out 20-inch rims over here as well, which look absolutely phenomenal. Blacked out accents over there and blacked out running all the way through. You'll see that in the clips I take for you. But guys, it's really a good looking package, and I think this car is a stunner of a car. It really makes you happy looking at this. Alright guys, so taking it to the back, you see you've got these updated taillights, which look absolutely amazing. These lights actually flip upside down whenever you press brakes, which looks really cool. It's really a pleasure to be driving behind this car here as well. You've got a very proud Tiguan badge here, which looks absolutely amazing. This car wants you to know what it is, and I'm sure, while I'm confident in telling you this, that you can be proud to know what it is. So you do get an automatic tailgate, which is great. It really is such a lovely feature to have in any car. And guys, I want you to have a look at this automatic tailgate, but you don't see any tow bar over here, right? Pull a little latch and check this out. The tow bar pops out, making it nice and easy for you to access, and then it hides it away whenever you're not towing anything. Looking at boot space, you've got a lot of boot space, and it really is spacious. I pretty much think in most scenarios you don't need to be putting those seats down. This is more than enough for everyday use, but if you do need it, you can pull the seats down, and it's as simple as pulling on these two latches, which will drop the seat, and it's convenient, it's easy. You don't have to do much there. There's also nice little extras here as well. You've got some hooks for your grocery bags and all of that. You've got extra storage here on the side. You've got tie down points over there and over there. You've got a 12-volt charging point here as well. And guys, look at this. Lifting up the bottom panel, you've got a full-size spare wheel, which is amazing. It is a space saver. It's a 20-inch spare wheel, and yeah, it looks big. It looks very big. And you've got all the tools that you need if you were to get straight on the side of the road and you do need to change your tire. And also, before I forget, what's nice, if you lift this high enough, they actually have hooks over here which catches on to this bottom panel, so that this can stay up and that you can easily work on your tire without having to remove anything, which is super convenient. Alright guys, so being on the inside of this Volkswagen Tiguan R line, it is such a beautiful place to be. You've got a lot of nice accents throughout the car with ambient lighting, like you check this carbon kind of styling, which looks really amazing. You've got this R-line steering wheel, which, guys, let me just say, it makes you feel like you want to go to Kyalami or SWAT Corps, take this thing on the track and get into those corners as much as you can, because it feels flipping great. And you've got this really nice personalized R badge over here as well. It's such a very nicely styled steering wheel, and I think it's beautiful. Also, you get your touch sensitive toggles, which are easy to work. Actually, I know a lot of people were worried about it. Throughout how many cars that came out with touch sensitive controls, everyone was like, no, it's bad, it's not going to work. Take the time to look at it and try it out for yourself, because it's simple. Just like normal buttons, you would have to still see, okay, where is everything? Then you get used to the car. So there's actually no difference here. But what's nice about these touch sensitive toggles, it's got vibrational feedback. So whenever you press something, you can press it like a button and gives you a bit of a vibration to know that you've pressed it. But then you can also slide and all of that, which is quite nice and super fancy. I think it's a system that works really well. I have not had any issues with it, and it is great. It is just great. Also, let's talk about it. We've got a gigantic moonroof here, and it is big. It is big. It shoots all the way to the back. And what's great about this is you'll see when I jump into the back seat, even usually with a moonroof or a sunroof, whatever we want to call it, it takes away, you sacrifice headroom. Not in this car. Not in this car. You have a lot of space still. And yeah, let's go on to the next point. You've got a fully customizable digital cluster over there, which looks great. I mean, you can put whatever you want there, you know, your acceleration, what your consumption is, you can display what track you have playing and all of that. So it's quite a effective cluster, I believe, and it works really nicely. Looking at the infotainment system, you've got an infotainment system with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a mirror link. And it works flawlessly. You know, I've plugged in my phone a couple of times. I always drive with it. I like to use Waze. Waze pops up over there and it works well. It works absolutely well, and I can't flaw it at all. What's nice is as well, you also get this gesture control, which is quite nice. So while you're driving, if you really feel like, okay, you don't like the track that you're listening to and you don't feel like playing over here, you can just swipe your hand like this and it will change the song for you. Below that, you've got a touch-sensitive climate control unit here as well. This car does have heated seats, and trust me, they keep you very toasty. So this is quite interesting to look at. It's very clean, it's very sleek. It will take some getting used to because the sliders and all of that. I mean, come check it out. Just like I said over here, once you know where everything is, it's easy to use. You don't need a physical toggle. All right, so now going below that, you've got two USB-C charging points with a 12-volt charging point there as well as wireless charging. So there's more than enough of what you need. You can charge your phone, you can charge your second phone, and you can charge your friend's phone, your missus's phone, your husband's phone, whatever the case is. And ultimately, even if you utilize a 12-volt, you can charge a lot more phones just from the front alone. So it's quite nice. Everything is conveniently spaced over here. I get my phone in there with no issue. And then, yeah, this is an automatic. It's very responsive. It is very light. You don't feel the gear shifts and all of that. It's a nice gearbox to be using in this car. I think they knocked it out of the park with it. You also have an electronic handbrake here, which I think is quite convenient. You know, for me, my mother used to hate me because whenever I drove her car, whatever the case was, I would rip the handbrake up and then she could never get it down. So she would always call me and I would have to come and rip it down. So yeah, it's nice having this. I think if anyone shares that same story, your mother or your partner or whoever will be happy to know that there's an electronic handbrake here as well. You also have 4 different mode selects. You've got eco, normal and sport mode, and you've got individual mode there as well. What I like about individual mode, you can kind of tailor make your driving experience, which is quite nice. So you can set your drive to like normal, for example. I've got it set. I can set the steering wheel to sport, which makes it a little bit heavier. I can set the aircon to eco, which I'm assuming kind of saves on fuel. So yeah, it's very interesting. It works out very nicely. If you move a little bit down, you've got extra storage space here, which is quite nice. And just look at this. So you've got storage space here to put whatever you want, but it also doubles up as cup holders. As you press these 2 buttons, the cup holders pop out, and then you can put your drinks in there, which is quite nice. And before I forget to mention, there's also an extra storage up here, which is quite convenient and nice. And then you do have another storage compartment here at the bottom for more personal things that you want to kind of be hidden away. Glove box, decent size, you can fit enough in there. And yeah, you've got leather seats with the R badge with heated seats, which are super comfy. I love it, and it looks like it's a very durable material. It's fully electric controlled seating here as well, which is quite nice. And then yeah, you can customize your ambient lighting as you want to. What's nice about that is it will also do it on your cluster over there, so that is quite cool. It's a nice feature to have everything in sync like that, even on the infotainment system. All right guys, so let's take it to the back here. It is super comfy, and I'm obsessed with it. So I'm not a short person, I'm quite tall. I'm about 180 centimeters, 1.8 meters, whatever you want to call it. And I actually have a function set on the front driver's seat for easy access. So whenever I exit the car, it actually slides the seat even further back than what I would actually sit. So guys, check this out. That's good. That's very good leg space. And like I mentioned there in the front, you know, when you have a moonroof, it usually sacrifices a bit of space. There's space there, and it's quite nice. So I can even sit up like this if I want. My hair would rub a little bit, but I mean, why would I want to be sitting like that? So it's very nice. Also fully leather seats here at the back, which is great. You've got your aircon unit over here, so at least your passengers can be nice and cool. A 12-volt charging point over there. There is a bit of a lump here, but I mean, it's very low, so the middle passenger can sit quite comfortably here as well. You've got some storage over there. You've got 2 extra pockets up top here to store your phone if you really want to. The ambient lighting does run all the way through here as well. In the center console, you pop this down and it's wide enough. I know people were saying, like, you know, why put the 2 cup holders here and then have your elbow in there? But are you going to be sitting like this? No, you're going to be sitting back relaxing. So you can see that it's wide enough to get your arm on there, and then you do have your cup holders there as well. But guys, another feature that I like here about the back end of this car, it's what you can do with it. There's a lot. So you'll see there's a little tab on each side of the seat. So I'm actually going to pull this one here. As you can see, I can control my seating position, which is quite nice. So yeah, there's a lot of variety to the seating position there as well. But it doesn't just end there. I'm going to pull on this lever here, and then you can see I can slide myself forward, giving even more boot space in an already massive boot. So how cool is that, guys? You don't get many vehicles that can slide back and forth like this and, you know, adjust the recliner. So VW, I love what you did here. You killed it. This is super awesome. All right, guys, so we are inside the VW Tiguan R line, and let's start off with the drive. It is beautiful. It is absolutely amazing. The drive is super smooth. It's super comfortable. I mean, even being on these 20-inch rims, you barely feel the bumps. And let me just say this, if you do hear the rattles a little bit, bear in mind that is my tripod that's making a bit of a rattle there. I don't have one of those window pluggy thingies yet, but don't worry, it's going to get there. It's going to get there. But guys, this drive is amazing, and this is a real feel-good car. Let me just say that as well. You know, you look at how I'm dressed now. I go to see clients like this, and you know, rocking up in this vehicle, it doesn't even matter what I'm wearing. I feel good every single time. My confidence is there. This car is a really feel-good car, and it is beautiful. You know, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. If you want something to feel good in and look good in, this is a car for you. On top of that, let's talk about the convenience. You know, you've got adaptive cruise control, which is quite awesome. So what I like what VW does is, on your digital cluster, it's got this thing where it kind of shows you how far the car in front of you is from you, and that's quite nice because it does that through radar and sensors. But they took it a step further and utilized it with the cruise control there as well. So the way that works is you can set your cruise control. Let's say you're on a highway, you set it for 120 and cruise control is on. The car will automatically brake for you as you start approaching a car in front of you, or if a car in front of you is slowing down. What's also a nice added benefit there is that you can control the distance that you want your Volkswagen Tiguan to allow between you and the car in front of you. So you're always safe, and it is great. You know, I used it for, you know, doing a bit of long distance traveling, not too hectic, about 100 kilometers. And every time I was on the highway, I drove with that on, and it made it super convenient and super easy. So guys, this car is a bit big. It's quite a decently big car, but it's very easy to maneuver, and I think we have to give it to VW there, because you know, you kind of get nervous jumping into a bigger car. But let me just say, I don't have the biggest garage. I can reverse this car in there easily. It fits in nicely. The reverse camera really does help out as well if you want to see how close you are getting. But there's sensors all the way around. You've got sensors at the back, in the front, and on the sides there as well. So you don't have to worry too much about hitting your car or anything, because it will definitely let you know before that happens. So that's quite nice. And infotainment system with the hand gesture control, it makes it super convenient to use as well. So let's say while I'm driving right now, I don't like the tune that I'm listening to, I don't like the track that I'm listening to, it's pissing me off, I just swipe my hand like this and it will automatically change the track for me. So it's quite cool to have a hand gesture control. And then also you can kind of show off to your friends. If you're taking your friends out for the night or whatever the case is, or you guys are going on a trip, you can sit here quietly in silence. People start complaining about music and you just do this. Song changes and they'll be like, whoa, what kind of magic are you doing here? So it's very cool. Guys, I would say all in all, this car is a perfect all-rounder car. You should definitely check it out. If you actually want to come and test drive this car specifically, shoot me a DM, leave a comment in the comment section, or call Volkswagen Auto Centurion, and then they'll arrange for you to drive this car. And hopefully, I know that you guys will definitely like it. There's a good chance that you might walk out that dealership with this car, and I'm telling you now, because it's really that good of a car. Go check it out, guys, and enjoy.